President Trump has just said that he has not brought down the Chinese tariffs. He said it's a tariff, it's a high tariff, but I haven't brought it down. So we've seen him say he's going to fire Jerome Powell. Then we've seen him say there's going to be a 145% tariff on China. And then we've seen him say he's not firing Jerome Powell. Then we've seen him say there's not going to be a lower tariff on China. Now he's saying that he is not happy with Vladimir Putin because Ukrainian soldiers are dying. But then Vladimir Putin says that, Zelensky has refused to make any concessions to discuss the status of basically stopping this war. Russia said Zelensky's approach shows he wants to fight the war until the last Ukrainian soldier. A couple other things as well. Pakistan closes its airspace to Indian Airlines. Coinbase partnered with PayPal to advance stablecoin payments. And last but not least, U.S. jobless claims rise 220,000, estimated 220, previously 216, which brings us into the S&P 500 trading at 543.10, up 1.43% on the day. This is the 4-hour time frame. Now, this is a very, very important level because we are getting back into this liquidity grab zone that we hit several times, now testing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times now, which this still has not gotten to our price target off of this W pattern, okay? Off of this W pattern, you measure this resistance right here, you measure this support, and the distance between them is your next leg up, which is ultimately going to be around 552. As of right now, the SPY is not there just yet, but what we do see with the S&P 500 is that we are breaking out of a descending parallel channel. Not all of our resistance levels are broken, but a lot of them are breaking, and we are seeing massive moves on the day. Now, if we take the drawings away right here, what you can see yesterday is we had a little bit of an increase in volume on this uptrend, which was decent, but then we had a higher wick up here. So the S&P 500 is not out of the woods just yet. I think it's primed for any good news for a gap up. But it's also primed for a gap down as well. We have to be very cautious trading the S&P 500, and what I see right now in the overall market is heightened volatility. Okay, heightened volatility. What I also see is Trump is clearly trying to confuse these markets, so it's very, very dangerous to trade these markets. But it also could be very, very profitable if you're patient and have the right risk management. Now, GMEU, which is the 2x long GME ETF that was just released. We're going to talk a little bit about it really quick. Before I talk about it, just a little bit of tin to sprinkle on top. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure to turn post notifications on, and drop a comment down below to engage the algorithm. All of that is free. That is all I ask. And of course, to get in the Discord. Now, all of the U signs Warren Kitty showed us, was he talking about GMEU, the 2x ETF, because that would make sense because of heightened volatility. Again, just a little bit of tin. The introduction of GMEU could lead to higher trading volumes in GameStop shares, as the ETF's leveraged nature may attract short-term traders and speculators. This increased activity can amplify price swings, leading to greater volatility in GME's stock price. Leverage ETFs are designed for short-term trading and daily investment objectives. Their rebalancing mechanisms, however, can cause additional buying or selling pressure on GameStop. That's important to note as well. A lot of people are saying, hey, they're just going to use this to short more shares, like GameStop's and XRT, and XRT has a 580 somewhat percent short interest. Now, the existence of a leverage ETF focused solely on GameStop may reinforce the stock's image as a speculative asset, attracting traders looking to capitalize on rapid price changes rather than long-term investors, which could impact how the market perceives GameStop's fundamental value. In other words, if you want to put your money into GameStop as a company, you're not going to invest into this ETF to get those quick gains, which it might be dragging a lot of retail over there. Risk awareness. Leverage ETFs are complex financial instruments that carry higher risks, including the potential for significant losses, obviously. While GMEU may increase liquidity and trading opportunities for GME, it also introduces additional layers of complexity to the stock market dynamics. In summary, GMEU could lead basically to higher volatility in GameStop, which is put very simply, right? That's what we expected after that date, volatility to come in. Now, GameStop has been fighting this level at 27.50 and has just straight up, I'm sorry guys for yawning, and has just straight up been getting rejected. It's clearly pinned up here, but what we can see is that GameStop overall is looking pretty good. We zoom in. We would like to break out of this. We are hugging the descending parallel channel. We first built a rejection off of it back here, then back here, then back here, and now we kind of broke out, but now we broke back into it, trying to get a full-blown breakout off of the fourth test of this descending resistance level. So we are going to just watch this very closely and pay very close attention to it. Now, $6 trillion asset manager Fidelity said Bitcoin supply on exchanges is dropping due to public company purchases, which is interesting, leading us into Bitcoin 93,268, wicked all the way down to 91,700. I said we could possibly wick back down to 90K or 90,500. We didn't quite get there, showing more strength in Bitcoin. But again, this entire market is still very uncertain. You can see specific time frames is when the volume comes in. But ultimately, people are still unaware where they should park their money right now. And I don't blame them. As far as AMC goes, people want me to talk about AMC. As far as unsubscribing, because I'm not mentioning AMC, is just lunatic. It's just nuts. I'm not gonna lie. The stock doesn't move. There's not news coming out, and you're freaking out. Some people are freaking out that I'm not covering AMC. Listen, it's barcoding. News hasn't come out. I told you. I'll say it again. If you want me to warm you up every video and give you a little massage, I'll say I still have AMC. I still have faith in AMC. I don't know about the leadership. That's for another conversation. But what we see right now is that AMC doesn't climb like GameStop. It gaps. So until that gap starts happening, we are going to sit on our hands and just wait and watch for it. It's simple. ACHR is one I want you to put on your radar, up 3.5%. This has a 14% short interest. Just another stock to keep on your radar as a possible short squeeze. And if we break back past this level, past $13, but ultimately past 18, we could be entering price discovery, which could lead to a massive squeeze. So we are going to watch this one. Google has earnings tonight. Here are the earnings plays for tonight after close. The main two that I'm watching are Google as well as Intel, INTC. I am actually bullish on both of these. I am more bullish on INTC, but again, neither of these has to play out. In earnings play is a complete YOLO, so be very, very careful trading these. But they are well, at least Google's forming a nice W pattern on the chart. I would be anticipating a nice gap up to above 170, and that is ultimately what I'm watching for. Tesla did pretty good today, still holding its own, holding its candle, up 1.5% above 252. Overall, markets are doing pretty good. We still have a higher price target on the SPY. Whether we gap there or whether we climb there is something else that we have to figure out. We could hit a price target of 555 and fill a couple of these gaps before the SPY even sells off even further. So if you are expecting more downside, that doesn't mean it has to come tomorrow, right? But again, this is what I got for you guys for today's video. Just a brief update on the overall market, on GameStop, on that ETF. As far as the ETF goes, I personally, I don't think I'll be touching it. I thought about it, throwing some shares in there. Maybe, maybe not, but none of it, if I touch it, is going to come out of my GameStop, out of that main position. And I wouldn't recommend, I can't recommend anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But I wouldn't say to do that. But overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Make sure to join my Discord. As the top link in the description. I post my trades. We talk stocks and crypto. We have a ton of alerts in there. It's a one-stop shop. It's the best place to go. Best vibes. If you want 50% off a futures trading account, use code LOTTO at checkout for Top 1 Futures, where they give you payouts, all that other good stuff. Go over there, guys. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, we have Trump speaking today and signing more executive orders. I don't know if those conferences will be live to the public, but we should see the markets move, especially after hours, especially in tonight's futures trading, and it'll give us a better take as to what's going to happen. But that is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery stocks out.